Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast. Today we're going to be joined by San Antonio's number one, Puro Pinche Necio, joining us all the way from Cali. The one and only, the infamous Spurnandez. ¿Qué pasó?
What's up, loco? ¿Cómo estás?
Well, I'm doing good. You ya sabes, dude. Puro Exit 7 over here, dude.
Yeah, hey, you already know, bro. You already know. Puro Marbach, Puro Exit 7.
Yeah, man. So we have some people joining us right now. We have Nicholas Matson joining us. He says, first up, he goes first. What's up, Joe? What's up? Then we have Christopher Leja. What it do? What it do? Let's get it, boys. Well, let's get it, man.
Chris Leja always represents. Let me tell you what, man. Chris Leja's a real one, bro.
He's the voice of the
don't know. For those of y'all that don't know, Chris Leja's a real one, bro.
Yeah, man. He's the voice of the voices. Like Tim Gonzalez is always saying. Tim was go, what's good, Joe? What's up, man? And then we have Tim saying college football tonight, yeah. And we have NFL.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. This is the best time of the year. NFL just started. College is rolling. NBA is about to roll, right? Baseball is coming to their fall classic. Like boxing's always going right around. This time of year. Like this is the best time of year, bro.
Hey, man, just because I knew you were coming on, we're gonna have some boxing talk as well, homie.
Oh, let's do it. Look at that, man. I got the Floyd Mayweather signed gloves right there.
There you go, man.
This is my office, by the way, right? So I got all my good stuff right here. But yeah, the Floyd Mayweather gloves, signed gloves. That's a pretty good story. We'll talk about it later if you want. Yeah, man, let's definitely get into boxing.
Look at Chris Leja. Oh shit, gonna be a wild show. Hell yeah.
He's lobbying for us all to get in the studio, man. I'm telling you, I'll be there in October. I'll be there in October for the first preseason game and then the first home game. So yeah, I would definitely love to do that. Have all the Necios in the studio.
Yeah, man. There was one freaking, I think it was meme that they did a mic, dude. That shit had me rolling, bro. Like Swiss, dude, coming in clutch like always, man.
Oh, the one with the skit, the bailiff.
Bro, I don't even know how he's on point, dude. He comes through quick with those things, dude. He's quick with it, man.
Yeah,
and then
man,
you had posted
good.
with man, I gotta share this shit, dude. This shit had me laughing, bro. Boy, that Mike, bro, he getting bodied already, bro. And the UTSA game started.
That's mine right there, dog. That's it. Hey, and like not to like real talk, that kind of looks like him, dog.
It does look like him a little bit.
Zoom in a little bit, dog. The Rio's 595 haircut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
everything, bro. Dog. Like that looks like him.
But he's intimidating, bro. He won't get like that. He's intimidating, man. He always says, "I'm intimidating." Like, no,
they're gonna greet him. That's how they're gonna. The UTSA faithful is gonna greet him at the tailgate.
Pajuera, he gonna be going to the tailgate, y'all. He'll probably be there, bro. But I'm just like, put down the phone. Turn your phone off. Leave it in the car.
Right.
Bro, homie, don't do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't do it, bro. Just don't be tempted.
This is the picture right here, bro, that we're talking about. No mames, man. This is the best one so far, man. Puro pinches.
That is, dog. That really is. And because I can see him with that like dyed blonde hair.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It kind of fits him. Like if you don't know no better, hey, you think that is him. You know what I mean? That's the best one right there. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
That shit had me laughing, man. I was like, Swiss, man, he's the king of the memes with Mike, bro. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
Nobody else is better. He's like top tier with that shit, dude. Yeah, and then he did one that I showed last week where he had Mike with the Tiger King, just as the Tiger.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one. Yep.
Because his LSU Tigers lost, dude. That shit was funny as hell, man. Oh, we got Hanover Fizz. He goes, "What's happening, Jay?" And Spurnando. I said, Spurnandez. Oh, there he goes. Nicholas Matson says, "Oh shit, the Photoshop skills." I was like, hell yeah, dude. That shit's funny, man. But let's get into some sports talk here, man. And before you came on, I was looking through, the Twitter and all that, all the sports headlines and stuff, trying to get stuff ready for the show. And this kind of caught my eye, man. I'm going to put it up on screen so we can go ahead and discuss this real quick. But first out of the gate, man, the topic of discussion here is a little excerpt from Giannis. I guess he came out on a podcast, and he says, "If there's a better situation for me to win, I have to take that better situation. And this was Giannis on his future with the Bucks. And everybody,
Mm-hmm.
Spurs fans, man, they're quick with it, dude. So they went ahead and put up another picture right after I saw that. I was like, damn, they put up another one. Let me go ahead and see if I can find it here. What the heck? It's already playing the freaking trailer from Pinch Aquaman. I want to play that. It has a mind of its own today, dude. Sorry. I didn't mean to play the. We're going to talk about
Yeah,
that, but I
no,
didn't
it's
mean to
okay.
play it. So let me go ahead and look for the other thing I saw. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This was by PJ Hoops, or no, Spurs Muse. So they went ahead and said, "Dear Giannis, we got a place where you can win." And of course, they go ahead and put him there in front of the banners, for the at the AT&T Center, 9903050714.
Yeah, yeah.
You got Giannis, ya sabes, dude. Come over here, man, to
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio. Come play alongside Wemby. You know,
Man,
can you
you
imagine?
know what? I mean, real talk. Like before, like no BS. Like it would probably be a pipe dream, right? It would be like, all right, come on,
Yeah,
like it's fun. It's fun to say things like that, right? Obviously, and anybody that shows any kind of displeasure in like their team or any star that wants out, of course, as a San Antonio Spurs fan, you're gonna say like, damn, that'd be awesome for them to come to San Antonio, right? But with Wamby, dog, and with all this that's going around him and surrounding him, it's I don't think it's that far fetched, man. The international flavor, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's that far fetched. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's happening, but I don't think it's that far fetched to say like if Giannis is he came from Milwaukee, so he's not necessarily a hey, I got to be in a big city. I got to be in LA. I got to be in New York. Not saying that those aren't appetizing and appealing places. Of
yeah,
course they are, right? Of course, listen. I live in San Diego, right? I'm 2 hours away from LA. I pop up to LA a lot, and again, I love. Don't hate on me, my Texas folks, but LA's a vibe, man. LA's a good
it
time.
is.
I can see why a young rich athlete would want to live in LA. Like, it's a vibe, right? But yeah. He again. I'm not gonna act like I know the guy, but he strikes me as a modest, kind of low key, as you can be as a superstar millionaire. So I don't think it's far fetched for him to say, "Come to a city like San Antonio," from coming from Milwaukee, and then just the international flavor with Wemby, the intrigue, what it can be. The Spurs have a good development system. His brothers come along and play in the G League in Austin, right? It's
Yeah.
a thing. It's a thing. We know that.
Check this
So
out,
it's
dude.
not far fetched.
Look at this
It's not far
comment.
fetched.
Nick puts, "We'll pick up his brother too if he insists."
You see it? You see it? We're exactly. We're all on the same page here, and
Look,
that's not crazy. Like the Spurs, I would say were one of the first teams that really utilized. We used to be the D League and all
yeah,
that, right? And now it's the G League and in Austin. Like they've been running that as like a farm system type situation. So they're well versed in that developmental of players. So yeah, like hey, bring the brothers, have them hang out in Austin. That there's stars down in Austin. So it ain't far fetched. This might be me just trying to make my plea. Get Giannis's agent. Talking to me. It's there. It's not unfathomable.
look at this.
And
Marco Bastos
yep,
puts, "Giannis is the
modern day David
modern day
Robinson.
David Robinson." Man.
That's not a off comparison. Like it really isn't. So I don't know. Of course, it's a pipe dream right now, but again, I think Wemby and the international flavor makes it a possibility. It doesn't make it just it's just some crazy pipe dream that Spurs fans are
Yeah.
talking.
Look at this. Hanover Fist says, "Last saw Spurnandez, he was in the front line. You were in the front
Live in
line
the Vegas
there for
games.
the Vegas
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That was for the summer
Yep.
league.
And it was.
Yeah,
Bro, we lined up about 7, 8 in the morning, dog, for the game that was later on in the day, because that's how many people were out there
there
to
were a
watch
lot
this
of
guy. Because
fans.
there's a lot of fans. So
Hey
absolutely.
man, special shout out, man, to the Spurs lady, Sovi, man. That's her name. A lot of
Oh
people don't know
man.
her name, man.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this lady, dude, she's like not in the best health. A lot of people don't know like her health struggles from behind the scenes, man. But like she has undergone like multiple like open heart
Mm-hmm.
surgeries and stuff like that. And regardless of if she's not feeling good or what, man, I've seen her and her husband, man, at a lot of these Spurs games, and she's always on point, dude. She's always dressed up, always happy,
Mm-hmm.
cheering, and she
Yeah,
makes her own costumes, dude. She's like the
she
sweetest
does.
lady you'll ever meet, dude.
She is.
She'll take a photo with you. She stops what she's
Mm-hmm.
doing,
Yeah.
and I mean, she every time I see her, I just go up to her and give her a big hug. You know,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
she's a sweet lady,
Yeah.
man.
She is an angel. Like I am not even exaggerating. She really is, right? Um, and she invited Steph and I over to her house, right? And
Wow, dude. Yeah.
her house is like a museum
Oh yeah.
of Spurs memorabilia, like pictures, basketballs, autographs. The outside of her house has a Spurs paintings, Coyote. Her truck
Yeah.
is a mobile Spurs museum, right?
It has
We
autographs on it.
it does. It has
Yeah.
autographs on top of the of the interior or whatever,
Yeah.
right? There's a bunch
Yeah.
of autographs, right? Gervin, George Hill, Wemby now, right? She met Wemby not too long
Yeah.
ago. Pat, former and current players, right? And she is the sweetest lady ever, man. We spent some time with her. They actually picked it up they did like a little news story about it. How
Yeah.
she didn't have her she wasn't gonna be able to get out to the airport when Wemby first landed, and Steph and I took her, right, and
Yeah.
so we go to her house, and she's like, yeah, come over, whatever, and then she's like, hey, let's take my Spurs truck. So Steph drives her Spurs truck, and we all
Yeah.
get in and go, and it has the flags, and oh man, she is amazing, man, and she's a trooper, like you said. She has ailing health conditions and all
Yeah.
that, but she made it out to the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame thing with Pomp.
She drove
And
herself there, bro. I was like,
Yeah, she
damn.
drove with a couple of
Yeah.
friends, family members, and they all drove out there. It took them like 3 or 4 days to get out there because she doesn't like to fly.
Yeah.
And yeah, and her husband's low key, right? He's an army vet, right? He's
Yeah.
an army
Yeah.
vet, old school cat, and he's low key. He's in the backgrounds. You hardly ever see him around or
Yeah.
whatever, but he's there, man. And they're just an amazing people, man. They do a lot around the city for the
Yeah.
community. She has a like an official like plaque certificate from signed by the mayor, right? That
Yeah.
says you are officially the Spurs lady, right? She has it at her house, and it's really cool. And yeah, man, all prayers to her, man. She's so amazing. If you ever get a chance to meet her at a Spurs game, don't miss the chance to go over there, take a picture there, give her a hug, because she's awesome. She's amazing.
Yeah. Don't take it for granted, man. Like you see
Yeah.
people, you're like, hey, man, eventually I'm gonna take a picture or whatever with them, and you never do, man. Don't miss that opportunity, man. She's one of those that, you're always definitely gonna want to take a picture with. And I also have one of her Fiesta medals because I saw her at Fort Sam one time when they were having an event, and David Robinson was there, and it was a special event for veterans and whatnot. So I went out there as a member of the media with my boy Tom Petrini back in the day because he was working with Project Spurs, and I saw her there, and she's like, "Oh," and she gave me a hug and everything. She's like, "Oh, let me give you one of my Spurs medals, man." I was like, I still have that medal to this day. It's like it's a cute little medal, right, with her on there. Has her little Spurs pom-poms and stuff, man. So like, I still have it here, man. It's like I remember that day, dude.
She's a legend, bro.
Man. Oh yeah,
she's
dude.
a legend, bro. She's a legend. I tell you what, man. Speaking of Spurs fans, right? We got some amazing fans, right? Mark.
Burnett.
Burnett.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So the NBA TNT is doing like a fan thing, right? They're gonna show it, I believe, at the season opener or whatnot. And they reached out to him, and he's getting the Wemby haircut again, and the tats, right? He has the autographs right on his arms. Like that dude is a super fan, right? And I got the pleasure of meeting him too. He's a cool cat, really really cool dude, man. Does a lot of nonprofit work and a lot of stuff for the organization, man. Like I'm telling you, man, like there's so many amazing people that are Spurs fans or just people in general that do so much for the community of San Antonio, right? Shea Serrano, right out there, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I saw Shea, I said, I gotta get this guy, dog. I said, I got to, man. I go. There ain't nothing more puro than I bumped into him at Rosario's.
Yeah, he goes there a lot, bro.
Yeah, I bumped him at Rosario's, man. He was just there chilling. Steph and I, it was my last day before I flew back to San Diego. We were sitting there having some champagne, chilling. And I seen him, rolling, and I just, chatted with him real quick. And cool cat, man. Another cool cat that does so much for the community. But yeah, man, that there's just it's amazing to see it, and that's what Spurs fans and then people, and it's funny. It's kind of crazy because like on Twitter, people kind of try to mock the like, oh, family and culture and por vida, and then what does it mean? And and people mock that. It's usually people that are from outside of the city, and
they
then
don't
that's
know.
cool. Like I don't get riled up about it. Like I'm not gonna. But when you're from here and you're born and raised here, you live here, and listen, this is something that I got into it with in my old Twitter account that I used to have that I got hacked.
Yeah.
People used to say like, "Oh, you guys from San Antonio, you think you're better fans, than people that are not from San Antonio. Like just because you're from San Antonio, you think you're better than others." And I don't think that's true. I don't look at it that way. Like I've met a lot of fans that are from outside of San Antonio that are big Spurs fans and that are diehard Spurs fans. Nobody's a better fan than another. But what I will say is people from here is not just about the basketball and the X's and O's. Like the Spurs Lady, right? Like it's about just like what the Spurs mean to this community and what the bonds that we've shared with our kids. And I've told them the story too about my sons when they were young. And like, to me, it's just a bonding experience, right? And I know all the everybody, a lot of people feel that way. So that's what's, it's deeper for us, right? So.
Yeah, that's that phrase. It runs deep, Spurs, and the love that the fans have, it runs deep, and they don't really know. I guess people on the outside don't really understand what that means.
Yeah.
When you go to a Spurs game, and like I've gone to a lot of Spurs games over the course of the last couple of seasons, even when they were not winning, and they were in the lottery, and Spurs fans were not going to the AT&T Center and filling it up. I was fucking there. I would still go to the games, and it wasn't like maybe the marquee games, but I was like, man, this is a good game because I want to see the matchups of some of the up and coming teams that they have in the West and how their young players are going to match up against our young core, just to see what the future is going to hold for both squads, So I would go there and I would watch. I was watching the game with my boy Jonas Clark. I usually try to take him with me all the time, and I just enjoy it for what it is, man. And it's like it is, when you start going more and more and more to these games, you start seeing a lot of familiar faces, and before you know it, you all become fans. Like you're more than fans, you're family. And then people start asking you, hey man, how's it going? How's your daughter? How's your wife? How's the family? And it's different. It's like it's more ingrained as it's like a culture now. It's like you really are family. The people that you meet there, and you might not see them any other time, but at the games. But it's like a family member again. It's a different vibe, dude. So people that don't know, now you know how it is when you go to these games a lot and you start meeting these familiar faces. And this year is going to be different. Being a season ticket holder, I'm going to be at games, and I'm probably going to see some familiar faces right next to me. So we're going to become friends. We're going to become family now, So that's going to be cool experience, dude. And speaking of that too, we have the tickets that just went on sale this week. So if you're a Spurs season ticket holder, I'm sure you got the email already.
Yep. For Austin.
For the Austin games, man.
Yep.
The all-inclusive tickets, $200 tickets, they gone. Man, those tickets were primo tickets to have because lower level, in the bowl, you're in the lower bowl. Plus, you had all the food and drink you could drink, So I was like, damn, dude, I missed out on that. But I'm looking at the tickets right now, so I can probably go on the 15th, on that Friday to go and see the Denver Nuggets game. So I'm definitely probably going to pull the trigger on that, dude. But I'm looking forward to traveling and experiencing the game in the Moody Center. I know you were there last season. And what's the vibe like, bro?
Man, yeah. So Steph and I were there last season, and it was awesome, man. It really was. There was so many fans. It was so electric. Again, people get so wrapped up in Austin and this, and again, I'm a UT guy, right? So I lived in Austin for 4 years. I love Austin. I have no problem with Austin. I know what Austin is, and I know what San Antonio is, right? The apples and oranges, there's no comparison. But it was it's worth the experience. I would definitely say that if you're a Spurs fan, and if you can make it out to Austin to the Moody Center, it's such a intimate setting, right? So there's not a bad seat in the house. There's not a bad seat. So being out there in Austin last year with Steph was pretty fun. We had a blast. We had a good time. And then, of course, afterwards, we actually met up with some other Spurs fans that we all hung out. We found a little speakeasy to go to. So it was a good time, man. But yeah, definitely get out there. And I'll say this, man. I'll be honest. I used to think Spurs season tickets were like, oh man, they're probably too expensive. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna break the bank. There's so many. There's multiple plans. There's affordable plans, right? You could get the full, half the full season. You could get a 10-game package, a 20. There's different packages that you pay it over time. Like, so point I'm trying to make is like, if you feel like, oh man, I probably can't afford it. I got it, man. You got kids, you got all. It's expensive out there, right? You could get like a like 2 tickets, a 10-game package to start off, or 20, whatever. But you're a season ticket holder. You get all the perks that season ticket members get. You are considered a season ticket member with the 10-game packet, with a 20, so on and so forth, right? And then there some of them are like the weekend package, right? I get it. People can't make it on during the week because they got games, we got kids, we got sports, right? We were busy, right? Hardworking raza, right? In San Antonio, I get that. Yeah. So you get the weekend package where the games are just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Or whatever. So just trying to put that plug in there that I didn't think I could afford season ticket member. That's expensive, right? Like it's a big cost on top of everything else that you got. But they make it affordable. They really do. They make it in payment plans. And it's pretty easy for the average person to be a season ticket holder, and you get all those same perks.
It's a lot of fun, dude. I mean, they're gonna give us the scrimmage tickets as well. And I know I saw somebody in here. I think it was Nick. He said he made like 3 email addresses to enter.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Everybody wants to see that first look at Wemby, and I'm sure the Spurs are gonna take him out there, even if he doesn't play a lot, but it's more of an intimate setting in that silver and black scrimmage. They're like, well, it's a scrimmage game. It's more than a scrimmage game, man. You get to come out, you get to see the players, and the players go around and they interact with the people a lot more because everything's just loose, man. They got the DJ,
honestly,
the music, man, and everything. It's fun.
Yeah, honestly, man, and we've talked about my interaction with players and pictures. Yeah. That's actually probably the better time to get stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's a scrimmage, it's low key. The players there's not as many people, so the players are more willing to like come out and walk around and whatnot. Again, no guarantee, but those are the times. Like the game, like obviously, like it's crazy. There's so much going on. That's what's cool about the Vegas Summer League, right? It's pretty intimate. You can catch folks, walking around. So yeah, those are the times to maybe catch a player, maybe get an autograph or a picture. So yeah, the scrimmage would be good. I'm not gonna be in town that week. I wish I would, because I would definitely be there. But like I said, I wanted to catch the first glimpse of Wemby for the first preseason game. So Steph and I will be there at the first preseason game. I think it's October 13th. It's a Friday. Yeah. I'll definitely be in town for that. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I think Steph said she was gonna go to the scrimmage game. If she goes, then we're probably gonna be. I'm gonna try to get everybody like get close to each other in same proximity. So hopefully we can get like a little Spurs Twitter section going there.
That'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome.
Hey, yeah, I'll tell her, hey, we're all over here, make your way over here.
And that's what and I've gone to a couple of games last year, and I kind of put it out there like, hey, anybody from Spurs Twitter, like let's meet up. Yeah. And I've met up with a couple of cats. I think we need to do a lot more of that this year, right? Especially with Wemby, and I think this, we did the Alamo Dome game was a good time. We had a good group there. We had Dak from Dakota. Yep. We had Bear County was out there. Robert. We had a big group. We had a good group of folks out there, so it was fun. And we were like tailgating the Alamo Dome game, right? Which was pretty fun. Man. Yeah. So that was really fun. I got a chance to meet a bunch of different Spurs Twitter folks. Some traveled, some came from out of town. Doing that again would be awesome. Hey, if you come to LA, I'll be there, right? So the schedule this year is front loaded for me, right? The early games are like LA. They play the Clippers, I want to say, in October, and at the end of October, and then Halloween. They played Phoenix, right? So I usually go out to Phoenix. And actually this year they played Phoenix on Halloween, and then they're off on the 1st, and then they play them again on the 2nd. So I might just make it a whole, Halloween trip. That's around my son's birthday also. So we might roll out there and just stay for all the games and hang out there. So we'll see. But man, if y'all ever come to LA, come to any of the away games, I'll be there, man. I met some Twitter fans in Sacramento. I met people from all over, which is fun. It's fun seeing them at games, especially away games.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and play this quick ad read here. This is from our boys over at MCS General Contracting. Shout out to our boy Chris Leha, man.
Chris Leha.
MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business. Honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show. Yeah, make sure you call MCS General Contracting for all your concrete needs.
They slanging that concrete, dog.
And like we always say with Chris, bro,
concrete.
he has the hardest concrete in the business, bro. He says diamond hard, rock hard.
Ain't no harder, bro. There ain't no harder.
DJ Chris, man. So shout out to him, man. You know, let's go ahead and start talking here about a new thing that I just saw. It's a Victor Wembanyama mural that I saw circulating here. And I don't know if you could call it a mural per se. It's more like almost like a sculpture, you know, and they have it over here at North Star Mall. I got this off of of course, one of the super fans we're just talking about, Mark Burnett, got it off of his Twitter line earlier today. And he said that this is like the Victor de Wembanyama, what is it, the Guadalupe, from Bear County Social Apparel. What does he call it? The Wemby de Guadalupe. You know, that's what it looks like because it's a candle. It's a
vela. Yeah, it's a candle. Yeah. It's a candle. Yeah.
So this is made up of like a bunch of cans of like Progresso black beans. They have like HEB chili and Rotel and all this stuff and they have like the noodles, you know, like the what do you call that? The cup of noodles, stuff like that, the ramen and all that. They have it up at the top. Yeah. So it looks pretty badass, dude. I was like, I like this, man. And they showed pictures of some ladies that were on, I guess, ladders, and they were stacking all the cans and all that stuff. But I like this, dude. It's at North Star Mall, and it's in front of the Pandora store, where they sell jewelry and whatnot. And you can see it kind of in the background. So if Spurs fans want to go and make the trek out of North Star Mall sometime on the weekend, you can go and take a picture in front of this bad boy, dude. And what do you think, man? It's badass, no?
That's awesome, man. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like that is just, you know, it's amazing the thought that went into it. It's Chris Leha slanging the rock. And again, I like the touch of it being the candle, being the vela, right? That's puro, right? I love it, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like this city, man, is something else. Yeah, I hope it stays up because I definitely want to go check it out.
Yeah, man. Maybe next time you come out here in October, it'll still be there. Because I mean, they putting it up late, you know, kind of in the middle of September. So I still got hopes that it'll still be there. Hopefully, someone won't come and knock it down, you know. But I like that, dude. I thought that was a pretty badass candle.
Yeah.
Hey, there's another thing.
No, I like that. That's really cool. Yeah, that's pretty ingenuitive. It's pretty smart.
So I got this off of PJ Hoops. This is the one that I got off of PJ Hoops on Twitter. And check this out, man. Look at this, dude. They have Victor Wembanyama working out alongside Jeremy Sohan, dude. Look at this, dude. He's getting it, man. That's what you want to see. Look at Jeremy, dude. That brother's ripped, man. I was like, damn. It's cool to see him, man, and like how flexible Wembanyama is, dude.
Yeah,
like
your audio is kind of cutting in and out, bro.
Oh, okay. No, I said, look at how they're working out. Like Victor Wembanyama, man, like he's on it, man. Like he's working hard, dude. And he was working out with Jeremy Sohan in that video I was showing on Twitter. That's what you want to see, man, out of your young core, especially your number 1 draft pick, going in the gym and working out so hard. I mean, that's amazing to me to see as a fan. I mean, they're working really hard to try to accomplish something this season, and you hope it pays off for them, dude. Like, I don't have any expectations going into the season. I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. But if they start flirting with that play-in game or something, they're going to start making believers out of some of these fans, these naysayers, man.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, it's what it is, man. It's his rookie year. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out, right? We know the hype. We know what he's capable of. We know he's talented. He's out of this world. Now let's see it on the court, right? And again, we're all diehard, man. We really are. But we're also we understand what it is. Let's see. That's why I always tell people. People get into all these arguments about, it's always funny to me how many people know exactly what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like they're sure, like they're certain this is what's gonna happen. Like I know it. Like I never talk in absolutes like that because I don't know. I have no clue, right? I hope this happens and I hope that happens. have an idea what may or may not happen, but a lot of these guys on Twitter, they know exactly what's going to happen, and they'll tell you they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Same, man. Let's see. I mean, you get a guy like that, a generational talent like that around a team, everybody plays better, man. Like things just become a little bit easier. The defenses are paying more attention to a certain individual where it might open up for guys who weren't making shots last year or whatever, right? Like you just don't know. Like it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the team.
Doesn't make the team better.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Guys like Dev and Keldon and all those guys, I think the game is going to come a little bit easier to them playing around a guy like Wemby, right? Jeremy, I'm excited, man. So yeah, like you said, let's see how it goes. Let's see how they start off, and if they're anywhere close to play in or play off, whatever. I mean, Pop's gonna get them where they need to be, and they could surprise some teams, man.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I have no doubt they're gonna surprise some teams, man. But yeah, I'm excited for the Spurs season kicking off here. I believe we're about 42 days away from the start of the regular season. I know that we're about maybe 2 weeks out from the start of training camp for the San Antonio Spurs. And I think it's about 2 weeks or about somewhere 2.5 weeks away from Media Day. So that's going to be a big thing. And I thought they were going to have Media Day at the new practice facility, but it's not going to be ready on time. So Media Day, once again, it's going to still be held in the old practice facility. But again, it's going to be a good time because that's when Spurs fans start seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff. What's the new video, the hype video going to look like? You know, when they introduce the team this season, you start seeing pictures circulating of, you know, Victor Wembanyama. You're going to see a lot of the young core, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan. So again, it's something to tease the Spurs fans, you know, and get them hyped for the upcoming season. And I wonder if we're going to have the resurgence of the coveted HEB Spurs commercials, man. They need to bring them back, dude, especially with Jeremy, Victor, Keldon. I mean, I think it would be a fun video for them to shoot with some of these HEB products or whatever, and have the young core now, you know, kind of take the helm. And what do you think? You want to see that resurgence of the Spurs HEB commercials?
Oh, absolutely, man. I think we got some personalities, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some characters, you know, between, you know, Jeremy and even guys like Mamu, right? You know, you've seen that video of Mamu grabbing Jeremy and he had like afraid of heights or whatnot.
Yeah.
So even guys like Mamu and all those guys, I think would be fun, man. I really do. We got some characters, we got some personalities. They could do a lot with the hair dyeing, you know, some kind of, I'm sure there's some type of HEB product that could be used with that. But yeah, man, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start transitioning here so we can start coming into some NFL talk. So I saw this being shared on Twitter again. It's my go-to spot by our own Christopher Leja. You know, I was just looking at the Twitter line and I saw this come through.
Yeah, you find everything on Twitter.
Yeah, dude, everything, dude. So check this
out. Chris Leja ain't too happy about these rankings.
Check it out.
Looks fine to me. It checks. it checks out. We could go on to the next subject. No, because I know my man. I know my man's a Saints fan, so he was not happy.
No.
Hey, you know.
But check it out, man. Number one, they have the San Francisco 49ers. At number two, the Philadelphia Eagles. I freaking hate the Eagles. No violence.
Yeah, that's probably where I would have, you know, maybe some issues with.
We can't even take that off, man. I don't even want to see that fucking dirty ass picture on there. You know, we can have the Dallas Cowboys. They should be number two. Then
hey, dog, 40-0, that 40-0 to that defense, man, was whoa, man. I tell you.
Then you have the Detroit Lions. You have the Green Bay Packers. The Giants, the Rams, Seahawks, Buccaneers, the freaking Buccaneers, dude. No mames, man.
Giants. I mean, you know, they got beat down 40-0. I to be honest, again, I try not to put too much stock in all these rankings and all these. I guarantee you find another ranking that has someone somewhere else, right? Like everybody has their rankings, they're this, they're that. And I really try not to put a lot of stock in some of these things. That's why it's funny when people. Yeah, you know, people get wrapped up in these rankings and NBA 2K ratings and all this other stuff,
have
right?
4 teams right now, man, in the top 10 that, to my opinion, until they really do something, they don't need to be there. The Giants,
Right.
You have the Rams. I mean, the Rams aren't that great, dude. And you have Buccaneers. Come on. And then the Commanders. I mean, come on, dude. Again.
Yeah.
There's no love for the Saints in the top 10 in this.
There's no love for the Saints, man. And I know, I know Chris Leha ain't happy about that. You know, I don't know. What can you do?
Look at Chris Leha. He's in here.
Bums,
the fucking disrespect, bro. How do you have those bum
I
Giants
agree with that.
Top 10.
I agree with this. You know, a team that won over a team that got blown out 40-0. I mean, I get that. I get that.
That's a poor showing, man. But either way, that was humorous to me, man. And then look at what they're doing here, dude. I'm like, okay, we have Thursday night football, right? We have that coming up. We have the game with the Vikings coming up against the Eagles later on today, man. And this is what they're doing, dude. I believe this was on NFL TV or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the announcers, right? The host that says, call your shot. So she's saying, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick, Cousins. He's going to have 3 touchdowns and they're going to beat the Eagles. And if I make this shot, it's going to happen. And she makes the shot and they're like, woo,
Whenever you pull this up, bro, your audio starts cutting in and out.
Okay. There. So anyway, I was sharing the video just showing that some of the announcers here from Good Morning Football from the NFL Network, they were talking about today's game, which is the Vikings and the Eagles. And one of the host of the show, she was picking Kirk Cousins to go ahead and throw for 3 touchdowns, right? He's going to have 3 touchdowns. Just like, if I make this little basketball shot, in a little tight swoop from 3, they're going to win. And she makes it. And that's how, they get all crazy. They're going to win. The Vikings are going to beat the Eagles today. I'm sad to say, man, I'm not going to go with the Vikings today. You're going to be playing the Eagles, man. To me, the Eagles is just, they're a superior team, man. So I got to go with the Eagles. Even though I hate the Eagles, I got to give them credit, man. They're a good team. They're a good team.
Yeah. That's it's understandable. I mean, I can't argue there.
So who do you got today, man? You got the Eagles or the Vikings?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but I think I gotta go Eagles. Like you said, they're a better team. But I don't care for them. I might not even be watching. We'll see. To be honest with you, there might be some Seinfeld reruns on or something that I'll catch.
Hey man, but did you catch this, dude? I mean, all respect is, I'll give respect where credit is due, right? So I was checking it out on Twitter, man, and they had this one dude, man. He's like a diehard Eagles fan, right? This brother, man, he's been at the parking lot in front of the stadium, right? Since 4:30 a.m. this morning, dude. He's starting to tailgate, dude, for tonight.
Hey, respect.
I'm like, bro,
respect, man. As long as you don't end up like Jimenez, dog, then you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, but that's respect, though, dude. I mean, you arrived at 4:30, bro, and you're already getting your shit together, getting ready to tailgate.
Bro, I cannot be a fan of a team, but I respect fandom. Like I do. I respect fandom, and I respect other people's fandom, and that's the thing. Like me traveling around, I've seen you see, I could watch college football tonight. I've seen other cities, and obviously I love San Antonio, I love our people, but again, there are other cities that also, man, that do it up. So I can respect the fandom. I can respect the fans that go out there, because that's pretty crazy to go out there at 4 in the morning. Man.
He says that dude being there since 4, ya está pedo. He was swirling.
Ya está Jimenez. Yes, ya está Jimenez. Yeah, we got to coin it a different name. Ya está todo Jimenez.
Ya está todo Jimenez a la verga, dude. Pero he was slurring his speech a little bit, dude. He was slurring his speech, man. But I tell you, dude, I'll respect that dude, man. 4:30 a.m.
That's wild, bro. 4:30. Whew, man.
There ain't nobody there. There's only one there, man. I'm like, damn.
Hey, that's respect.
I hope the Eagles see this and they give this brother some tickets, man.
He's
sitting in the end zone, right? He already brought tickets to the game. He's sitting in the end zone, man. Like, if the players see this dude over there, like, take pictures with them, give him a football or something.
Do something. Yeah, respect. Absolutely. Most definitely respect.
Look, at legend has it that Jimenez is still kissing the beer.
Oh man, why does your boy drink his beer like that, man?
Bro, I don't know.
Why does your boy do that, man?
I don't know, man. But if I was
Steph
drinking beer,
Steph said because a beer ain't never broke his heart.
Hey,
Is
man,
what she said.
no lies detected, dude. But man, he's like making out with that beer every time he drinks it. I'm just like, ugh.
Facts, bro. For
If I was
real.
drinking with him, I'd be like, you know what, Vato, you got to go on that side, bro, because I can't be around you.
You need to be alone, bro. Do
You
you
need
need
to
to be
be
alone?
alone.
Do you need to be alone with that Lone Star? Like, damn, bro.
I said, you need to be alone, doggy. Go over there, bro. I don't want to see it, man. You and that Lone Star need to go somewhere by yourself, bro.
Exactly, man. You get a room, dog. You and the Lone Star can get a room.
Man, they gotta warn people, man, before they post those close-up shots of that
Oh, they
bitch.
just come up, bro.
Oh
They just come
man,
up, man. They
I'm
just come
looking at
up,
my
man.
phone. I'm just like, God
You never,
almighty.
yeah, exactly. Like you got to look around, bro, because you don't want, you know what I mean. Like somebody
Yeah.
could like look over his shoulder and be like, "What are you looking at?" You know, so
Me
got to be
asusté, dude.
careful, man.
Me asusté
Got to be
when I saw. I
careful.
was like, oh man,
Exactly, pinche cucuy.
yeah. And they're gonna let him back into the tailgate. I'm like, no, hombre, dude.
I tell you what. I tell you what, man. Them UTSA fans better give it to him, dog. They better.
Uh, oh my God, bro! Look at this one. Redbirds junkie willing to bet Jimenez was holding that tall boy with two hands.
Man, you know, I'm telling
Oh,
you, bro. Hey, roasting Jimenez is becoming one of the favorite San Antonio pastimes, dog. You know what I'm
hey,
saying? Like, it's what it is,
you know
man.
what's funny though? It's like
It's bringing people together, dog.
it is. And you know what's funny is that everybody talks a lot of shit about him, right? We're all having fun. It's all in good fun, right? We roast
Yeah,
him and everything. But if
yeah.
somebody came at our boy and started talking, it'd be like, hey, 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 hold on now. Hold on.
Oh
Está feo,
man.
but he's ours, man. We train him,
Exactly,
man.
exactly.
Hey, man,
Exactly.
let's check this out. I don't know if you saw this or not. I'm going to go ahead and show the quick video of it because I know my audio will cut out with
Yeah,
you.
it might cut out, but just yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to show this. This was in Serbia, man. They had like a football, or I'm sorry, it was a
I saw that.
basketball game.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Bro,
saw
that
that.
is wild, man. Let
I
me go ahead
saw
and
that.
play. Look at that, man.
Bro, I saw that, and at first I thought it was like a movie or something, or it looks fake. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's apparently a thing. You know, that's awesome, man. That's crazy.
Dude, that's fucking
That'd be
wild.
cool, man, to go, you know, overseas, right, and watch, you know, stuff like that. When I was in Korea for a while, and I went to a baseball game, and it was off the hook, man. There was like hype squad, cheerleaders, a hype guy. Like it was a lot different atmosphere, right, in Korean baseball. So like, yeah, going overseas, and anytime you watch boxing, right, if you see you know, a big fight in London or somewhere like that, like the atmosphere just looks crazy, man. It looks amazing. So I definitely that's what something on my bucket list is maybe to go see something overseas. That'd be cool.
Check it out, man. Christopher Leja. Football games in South America get like that all the time. The
Mm-hmm.
Boca Juniors get wild like that, man. I'm like,
I
dude,
believe it.
this is what
I
it's
believe
about.
it.
And they
Yeah, it
played
is.
this game outside, dude. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
pure passion, bro. Just
I'm
pure
like,
love, dog. Pure. Yeah, that's cool, man.
and they show out for their team. But can you imagine? They already have all these flares and all this shit going on. But if their team was to lose, bro, I bet you they burn the whole stadium down, bro.
Facts, facts.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing that happens with soccer fans, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh yeah.
Mexico, dude, when their team lost,
Mm-hmm.
dude, they burned like half the stadium to the ground, bro.
Oh
They don't
yeah.
fuck around over there, man.
Yeah, I was in Spain years ago, and we walk into a bar, and it was around some, I don't know if it was the World Cup, I can't remember, but it was a big
Yeah.
soccer game, and people were just crazy, right? And you can't help but get, you know, soaked in. Like it was amazing, and seeing their fandom and seeing how crazy they are, I was like, wow, man. So
Yeah.
it's fun to see that.
Hey, man, so I'm gonna go ahead and play another ad read here before we start moving forward because I gotta get everybody in, man. I gotta give them
Got
the
to make I pay the
sponsorship
bills,
love.
dog.
Exactly, brother.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and play this one from our girl, Cynthia J. Sanchez from J. Parr Real Estate. J. Parr Real Estate has been a proud sponsor of ours since day one. Check out Cynthia J. Sanchez. Her reviews can't be wrong because all of the people that she sells homes to, they give her 5 stars and say that she is prompt, that she is understanding, that she communicates well, that she calls back, that she answers questions correctly. And yes, they say that she is good at what she does. If you are in the market to buy a home, sell a home, whether it be a rental property, primary residence, or Airbnb, reach out to Cynthia J. Sanchez from J. Parr Real Estate. Her number is 210-273-0748. She has 16 years of experience in real estate and is a former claims adjuster with USAA. So she knows what she's looking for when she's showing you those pre owned homes. Give Cynthia J. Sanchez a call at 210 273 0748 for all your real estate needs. All right. So, yeah, definitely make sure you go ahead and check out Cynthia J. Sanchez. If you're looking to sell a home, buy a home, or even get into some rental property that you want to go ahead and have as an Airbnb, turn a profit, make sure you call her 210 273 0748. Or, hey, man, I know Spurnandez, he doesn't have need for a realtor because Steph, man, that's your girl right there, dude. So if you ever decide to come back to San Antonio and you need somebody, man, I know you're going to go with her.
Hey, she takes care of all my needs, dog.
There you go.
She takes care of everything.
I was going to talk to you about this. I don't know if you've seen this circulating, man, because we're going to start getting into like some entertainment talk, that kind of stuff. And we're going to talk a little bit about boxing if we have time, and also the UTSA game. But this, man, this is wild, bro. Like, I saw this the other day, and I'm like, no, hombre, dude, no mames. Check this out, bro. Like, for real, man. Like, Mexico, they have like they're showing these two bodies, right? That they have, and they're like, oh no, but dude, they're aliens. They've been around for 1,000 years, and this, dude, that is like the fakest shit I've ever seen. Like that video from back in the 90s. Remember that alien autopsy nonsense? I'm like, mira este vato. It's like, dude,
saw that.
This is just a day outside in San Antonio, dude. That's how you feel.
Yeah, right. I know. I put that picture up on one of my tweets, and I said something like, waiting for a Spurs season like this, and it's the alien or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know, man. Listen, the people, there's a lot of stuff circulating around Twitter, the internet. This day and age, you can doctor anything, you can Photoshop anything, there's a lot of stuff you can do. So I try not to believe something as soon as I see it. I don't know, obviously, but it looks fake to me. I mean, everything's like perfectly and preserved, and I don't know the backstory, and we're barely seeing this now, right? I don't know. So
it's fake, dude, because the guy that's behind all this, that's kind of like showing these bodies and whatnot. He's been tied to a lot of hoaxes, dude. Like, he's even said,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. There
like,
you go. I mean, that's Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, I caught Bigfoot or whatever, and here's a body, and it's all fake. It's like taxidermy stuff, it could be bear hair, and they make it look like a body or whatever, So I'm like, it's a bunch of nonsense, dude. I'm like,
man, I don't,
I'm like, why are they even putting that out there, dude? That to me, that's just stupid. It's nonsense, man.
Hey, that's just somebody that's had a long night in San Antonio after fiesta or something like that. That's waking up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dehydrated, pretty hurting.
No, hombre, Chris Mario Cavazos, he goes, those are illegal aliens. I'm like, no,
I mean,
wait.
I'll tell you what, though, what cures all that, dehydration is our boy JC, man. Special Leaf.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got a lot of good stuff going on over there, man. He really does. He, talking about somebody that does stuff for the community and whatnot. I don't know if you had a chance to try that, but his Special Leaf tea, man, he's doing a lot of good things.
I need to hit him up, man. Maybe I become a brand ambassador for Special Leaf, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, brother. We the hush hush is we're trying to get it out here to Cali, man. So we're working some stuff. JC's a good dude, man. JC's a really good dude, a big Spurs fan, avid card collector. He's got all kinds of crazy. He's an interesting character. I'll tell you what. If you ever get a chance to meet JC, man, he's another guy to meet. He's a big Spurs fan. The Special Leaf Social Club is something that's in the works. Dude's got an amazing place. Looking at doing some watch parties and stuff like that. We're working some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there one time. I mean, this last time I couldn't go when he invited because I was busy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, hey man, he's cool people. You went out there, man. You had a great time.
Man. Tell you what, I went out there, man, and his place is amazing, man. Beautiful pool, beautiful place. Out of the Lotus, man. Quiet.
I was like, no,
bro, I'm telling you, dog. We got to talking, man. We started talking businesses and plans of hosting watch parties, stuff like that. Maybe getting some players to come through. There's something
Yeah.
there, man. There's something there, man. The place is really beautiful, and he's got a good thing going over there, man. With the tea, with Special Leaf, and the spot that he has. So looking at trying to do some like hosting some watch parties and setting up, maybe doing a podcast from there would be really cool, man. It's a nice place. Like I said, it's in Helotes. It's in the outskirts. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It looks like it. It looks like a beautiful place, man. I got to hit my
Yeah.
boy up, man. But
Yeah.
hey, let's
Good
go ahead
dude.
and talk about some NFL talk here, as we were kind of talking about it already. We got word here, man, that Brandon Cooks, man, he's been added to the injury report with the knee injury. The word on the street is he has a sprained MCL, and he's still questionable. They haven't really said that he's going to not be available for Sunday's game, but I'm having to guess that the Cowboys are going to err on the side of caution. And if there's any chance that he can re-injure that knee again, they're probably going to wind up sitting him out. I know they haven't called it officially, but if I had to guess, I don't think he's going to be playing against the Jets on Sunday's game, man. I think he's going to be
you're probably right, man, because why risk that, right? He looked really nice last week. That's tough, injuries are tough, and it's like, again, with the Jets, obviously the big one, right? Aaron Rodgers, man. And I'm not a Rodgers fan, but I feel for that guy, man. That's a tough way to go, first 4 plays in the season and that happens to you. So, but yeah, man, better to err on the side of caution and maybe set him out this one, and hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about some UTSA football. It's coming up here on Friday at 6 p.m. It's an early tip, so we got to go ahead and show what's his name, Mike. I don't know how y'all want to call him, dude. What is the nickname that Chris gave him?
Skip Menace.
Skip Menace. There you go.
Skip Menace.
Here. He'll be at the tailgate. I know the tailgate's going to get started early on Friday. It's 11:30, I believe, is the time they said this tailgates are going to start, because the game has an early tip of 6 p.m., which is wild to me, because people are getting out of work on a Friday night. You're going to be stuck in traffic on the highway trying to get to the game. It's going to be a mess, dude. So I don't think people are going to start arriving until after halftime, dude, realistically. But if you happen to make it there and you see Skip, over here, go ahead and Skip Menace over here. Go ahead and hit him up. Let's see if you get pictures of him drinking his beer, So keep him honest, though, man. Don't let him be talking that smack about UTSA. UTSA is going to be playing Army. And I got to tell you, man, regardless of the record, anytime UTSA has played Army has always given them some fits, dude. And it's been really close you look at the history of UTSA versus Army. For the first 2 quarters, man, at that halftime, it's always like it's either tied or one or the other team is up by 3 points. I mean, it's never like really, you can say it's been blowouts. It's really highly contested, very competitive game. I'm going to expect the same thing again out of Army showing out, over here playing UTSA tough. There is some separation when it happens when they come back from halftime. There's some adjustments made. Usually, more than not, UTSA starts to pull away in the end of that third quarter and really starts to pull away with it by the fourth. We're going to see what happens during this game, man. But who are you picking? You got UTSA or Army?
Yeah, man, I'm going UTSA. I've seen some of the games like you're talking about, and they are usually tough. They're usually tough. Army always plays tough, man. Those are some tough dudes out there. But I think UTSA, yeah, I think they're riding high, man. I mean, the first game was a tough one. They were right there. Controversial call at the end. I thought they stopped them. Then the next game, right, they're rolling, right, and I think they're rolling some momentum. Yeah, man, I'm rolling with UTSA. I'm a UT guy, but of course, being from San Antonio, you can't. It's amazing what they're doing, man, and what they've built. Yeah. It really is. Actually, during the game this last weekend, I tweeted out, "Hey, like I'm a Longhorn, but like I'm repping UTSA, something like that." And I put some pictures of me and Steph at the UTSA tailgate last year. And the UTSA admin, Twitter, or whatever, like quote tweeted it or responded or something and said, "Hey, thanks, well, good luck with Bama," something like that. So, and I met Frank Harris at the Alamo Dome game. So it's official. I'm down with UTSA. I'm repping UTSA. So yeah, good organization, good group, man. Good stuff that they do for the community.
Yeah, so we're going to start talking about some boxing talk. I know this is going to be the segment that you're really going to get up for here, man. We have some great boxing fights, man. They're going to be coming up. starting on the 30th, dude, the weekend, that Saturday, you're going to have the Super Mexican himself, Puro Pinche Canelo, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you taking, man? You think Canelo's going to have it one more time, show his magic and get
Yeah,
this?
I mean, so Charlo is a slick fighter. He's tough. He's a good fighter. Give him credit, right? He's a Houston guy. Dude's tough. He's no pushover by no means. He's no easy fight. He is coming up in weight. He's coming up some weight classes to fight Canelo, which is tough, man. Canelo found that out going up a couple of weight classes against Devo. So I think Canelo takes him. I do. I think the question is going to be is does he stop him or does he go the distance, right? Because Charlo's not easy to stop. I'm going to go with the late stoppage for Canelo. I think he's really going to show out this time.
I hope so, man, because he didn't look good in that last outing he had. And he was not playing, but he was fighting in his hometown there. He was in Mexico. Bro. Yeah, I mean, he was in Mexico. They had a smaller ring, and all that. And he still wasn't able to get a knockdown KO or have him call, the fight because he knocked the guy down because he hit him maybe in the liver or something, and get him on that fight. Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You hear me now? Did you lose me, dude? Did the audio back? Let me try bringing you back, man. Let me bump you out and bring you back in. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get him out. I'm going to tell him to come back in. Give me 1 second, dude. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give him a couple minutes here to come back in. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do an ad read here for one of our sponsors, which is going to be Jeff Garcia of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow, not only on threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. All right, so make sure you go and follow our boy Jeff Garcia on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone, and make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Spurs podcast wherever you get your local podcast. All right, so we're bringing him back. No, he went on black screen. That's never good. You there, man? There you are. You there? You hear me, man? I think he's still having some technical problems.
It's cutting in and out. Yeah.
Yeah. You hear me, man?
Yeah.
Okay. There. You're back. And somebody said, Joshua Jimenez says, Spurnandez, horns up and birds up.
Hey, there you go.
Hanover Fist was saying that Canelo match is going to be a good one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if you were able to catch what I said.
Yeah, I was.
Yep. But yeah, man, I think that's what I think the key is, man. Charlo's a slick dude, but he's coming up in weight. The question is whether Canelo can stop him or not. And I think Charlo's not easy to stop by no means. So I would definitely like, for Canelo, and Canelo hasn't stopped somebody in a while. So for Canelo to, stop him late would be good.
We also have some fights that are going to be happening on that Friday, which is going to happen tomorrow on the 15th in Corpus Christi, Texas. They're going to have fights that are going to be shown on ESPN and ESPN Plus. You have a title fight, Luis Alberto Lopez versus Joel Gonzalez, 12 rounds for Lopez's IBF featherweight title. Man, the featherweight titles, those dudes get after it, man. You're talking about action, bro.
Yeah, 126 pounds, dog.
It's fast, dude.
And those dudes throw down, man. They go to war, and these two guys are warriors. El Venado Lopez, man, he's that's my guy, man. I'm going with Venado Lopez. But Joet is a tough dude, man, and you're gonna see some action. You're gonna see this is one of those fights that it's not a mainstream fight. It's not gonna be a big talked about whatever. But if you tune in and watch it, man, you're gonna see some action. You're gonna see these two dudes throw down.
Man. You're gonna
absolutely,
dude.
Yeah.
Anytime you get like welterweights or featherweights, I mean, there's gonna be some some action going on there. Like you said,
Oh
these
yeah.
guys get after it, man, and they're so fast, dude, with that hand speed, man. It's like you blink, dude, you're gonna miss something, man. They got to
Oh
show
yeah.
it in the replay, you know. So it's like I like
Absolutely.
fights, dude. They're interesting. And you got the
Yeah.
middleweight fight here too. You're gonna have Xander Zayas versus Roberto Valenzuela Jr. So that's a 10-round junior middleweight. So that's gonna
Yeah,
be interesting.
Xander Zayas, man, he's a hot prospect, man. He's a blue chip prospect. He's a hot Puerto Rican fighter. You know, they're calling him the next Miguel Cotto, the next Tito Trinidad. I mean, the dude is talented. He looks the part, man. You know, he hasn't been in there with anyone too formidable yet, but he's being brought along in the right pace, and I think the kid he's got something. So yeah, expect some fireworks out of that kid.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good match that they have coming up. You know, good card that they
and
have.
Corpus, yeah. Fernando Vargas' son's fighting on that card too.
I saw that, dude. I saw that. They're all like, hell yeah, dude. This is going to be interesting, man. They have a good card.
Yeah.
Good card. A lot of lightweights, featherweights, you know, welterweights, you know. So it's a good mixture of what they have on this particular card. And of course, they're playing in Corpus Christi, Texas, which is
that's pretty cool.
That's cool, man. Doesn't get a lot of love when it comes to fights, you know, but so it's good to see Corpus get some love. They're just, you know, up the road from us, so to speak, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, it's pretty cool to have fights there.
And then they have another fight that's going to be happening on Saturday on the 15th, the Zone. So they have Angel Fierro versus Brian Zamarripa. That's a 12 rounds lightweights, you know. So
yeah.
And the thing is,
those
man,
are probably up and comers, but it's the same, man. It's
that's the thing with the Zone, though, man. The Zone they've kind of fallen off. So when they start getting their talent now, it's more like watching exhibition fights in a way. You're seeing a lot of up and coming talent, but not so much the headlines, you know, the headline like they had in years past. But still, nonetheless, it's always good to see these fights because it shows you what a lot of these fighters, where they're at, you know, as far as what their trainers have them at, you know, and that's a good thing because you can see the progression of the fighter, you know, and then when they finally get up to that other level, you know, where they start getting a title fight, you're going to see that you've been there since the beginning to see them grow as a fighter, dude. To me, that's interesting, man. So there's another one I'll probably be watching, you know, on the 15th on the Zone. And then on the 16th, again, the Zone's going to have another fight. So they have fights Saturday and Sunday. And this one is going to feature William Zepeda versus Mercito Gesta. That's another 12.
That's going to be good. That one is going to be good. Yeah. Gesta is always a tough dude. He always comes in I think he has a couple of losses, but he always gives good account of himself. But Zepeda is a beast. That dude is gonna come and give some action. So yeah, man. It's you know, obviously everybody loves the big fights, right? The Canelos, when it was Pacquiao, Mayweather, you know, you can go back to De La Hoya and all that. But boxing junkies, you know, like us and John Dyer, right? We'll watch all these low card fights, you know, on ESPN or DAZN or whatever, and see all these guys up and coming. You know, a while back when I was in town, I went to a fights at the Shrine. Which was pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool, right? It was a lot of up and coming guys from San Antonio or the South Texas area. And Robert Garcia was training one of the fighters, and he was there. Robert Garcia, legendary boxing trainer, right? Was out there in a small little arena in San Antonio with the fighters, and that just shows you like how he home grows these fighters. You know what I mean? You know, this dude, you know, was overseas with you know, different fighters, and now he's here in San Antonio in a small little venue, bringing up one of his up and comers. So it's cool to, like you said, it's cool to see them progress.
Check this out, Mario. Cavasso says friend's son is turning pro, kid out of Holy Cross High School. RJ Lombombita Fernandez. He says, beware, bro.
He already has the last name for me, dog. I'm there. I need to see this kid. I've never heard of him. He's turning pro out of Holy Cross. RJ La Bombita. I'm gonna mark that in my notes, dog, because I definitely want to see that. I love it. I love that, man. I'll tell you, man. San Antonio, again, a pretty hotbed. Bam Bam Rodriguez is fighting in December out in Phoenix. Sonny Edwards. That's a big fight. I'm actually thinking about rolling out there to Phoenix and watching that, getting some Necios together from San Antonio to represent. Leha was training Wemby. Hand over fist says Leha is a legend here in San Antonio, man. Like those days in the 90s where you had Leha, Robert Quiroga earlier in the 90s, John Michael Johnson, right? All these guys. That was a good time for San Antonio boxing.
And all those fights were held in the Alamo Dome. They used to have fights in the Alamo Dome way back then.
Yeah. I mean, on the Alamo Dome opened with Chavez Whitaker in '93. Yeah. That was the very first event at the Alamo Dome, September '93. Actually, we're like, I want to say it was like September 10th or something like that. So we're not far removed from the actual date. That was the very first event at the Alamo Dome, and it was Whitaker Chavez, and we all know how that turned out. I was in attendance, man. I was in the nosebleeds, bro. I was way up in the nosebleeds with my binoculars. I was like 10 years old or something like that. And Leja fought on that undercard. He fought Azuma Nelson. But yeah, man, and I think I think with the resurgence of BAM is kind of putting San Antonio boxing back on the map. It's always been a hotbed, man. There's been a lot of good young fighters that come in and out of San Antonio.
Yeah, always a lot of talent here at San Antonio, dude. It's a hotbed for boxing.
It is, man. It is. Back in my day, you had the Elizondos, right? You had Oscar Diaz, my boy, rest in peace. You had a lot of good fighters, man. And then you started having a couple of other fighters that came out. And Mario Barrios is fighting on the undercard of the Canelo Charlo fight. He's fighting Ugas, Yordanis Ugas. That's a dude that fought Pacquiao and he fought Spence. And now he's fighting Mario Barrios. That's a crossroads fight. That's a good fight, Barrios against Ugas. Yeah, San Antonio represent
again, man. In Spurs Fiesta colored shorts, bro. We're all good, man. Yeah, don't do that, brother. Don't do that.
He's a warrior, man. I tell you what, he was fighting Tank. He was giving Tank some fits, man. But just like most San Antonio fighters, man, this is what the problem is, man. Is they have the length and all that. They could use the reach and all that, but they want to go to war, man. They want to go to war, bro. And
toe to toe in the middle of the ring.
Yep. And you can't do that with a guy like Tank, So I think Barrios, man, if he would have used his reach and his height and maybe, Tank's a beast, so you never know how it would. But I'm just saying, like, you got guys that have that reach and height, and they could box and move and jab easily, but the 2-0 in you wants to make you go to war, So
because they're puro, dude. They're puro.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what got them there, right? So it's hard to tell somebody, don't do that, don't do what got you there, right? So hey, man, being on that stage is a big deal, right? You had my boy out of Austin, James Kirkland, back in the day, was a good fighter. So this area has a San Antonio and all of South Texas, man. There's some good fights. You even go down into the Valle, right down in McAllen, Brownsville, man. You got some fighters down there, bro. You got some fighters, yeah.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and play this real quick ad read here before we go ahead and bring the show to a close.
All right, brother.
Serenity Manor is an events venue located at 14405 Old Bandera Road, across from Flores Country Store, set in a historic building that is over 100 years old. You can have a baby shower, bridal showers, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, corporate events, weddings. There's an indoor and outdoor venue with a dance floor and a sand volleyball court out in the back, set under the shade of the trees, and there's beautiful lighting in the evenings. Serenity Manor is a very beautiful place that is very family-oriented, and they have rotating Thursday nights. They have karaoke and game nights. They also have a bar that serves beer, wine, and margaritas. So after a concert at Flores Country Store, you can go over, diagonal across the street, catty corner, grab a beer, get away from the crowd, and check out the beautiful Serenity Manor. And there you go, man. So make sure you go and check out Serenity Manor, proud sponsor here of what we do at the Alamo City Sportscast. And they are located at 14405 Old Bandera Road, and it's right across the street, catty corner from Flores Country Store. So make sure you go and check out Serenity Manor. All right, man. So we're going to have to go ahead and start bringing this show to a close. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. It looks like you froze up.
Now I can.
You're back.
No, now I can. Yeah, that place that's by my man JC's spot, man. He's out there, man. I'm telling you, that whole area is beautiful, man. It's a nice, quiet area, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the hill country, man. So, yeah, we bring the show to a close and we get ready to go ahead and say our farewells here to Spurnandez. Let's go ahead and give some updates here of what's happening with the AL West, man. You always have that race going on this time of year, and it's no different this year, man. We have the Rangers and the Astros vying for the AL West. The Astros won yesterday. They beat the Oakland Athletics 6-2. The Rangers, they went ahead and won yesterday against the Blue Jays 10-0. and I believe both clubs play today as well. So you have the Rangers again playing the Blue Jays. That's a 6:07 tip there. And I believe the Astros play tomorrow, and they're going to wind up playing the Royals. That game tips off at 7:10. So right now the Astros are taking not a commanding lead, but they have a 2-game lead over the Texas Rangers with 83 wins, followed by Texas with 81, along with Seattle at 81 wins as well. So you still have that 1-2-3 race going on. At that second spot right there, that wild card spot, it's going to be between the Mariners and the Rangers, man. So we're going to see where the chips fall in that regards, man. But who would you rather see in that AL West, win the AL West? You an Astros fan, you a Rangers fan, man?
Well, you know what? Truth be told, man, I'm not a real big baseball fan of a team. I'm really not. So I'll kind of lean towards Rangers, right? I'm not. I mean, I find it kind of hard to root for anything Houston, to be honest with you. Sorry. And I know my man Chris Leja is I know where his heart is, right?
There is right now. Puro pinche Astros a la verga.
Yeah. I just never really grew up like a big baseball fan, like watching it. So that's why I don't have a huge like attachment to any team, right? But I'll go Rangers. I would, being out here in San Diego, man, Padres are, people love their Padres here in San Diego. Like it's like the way we feel about the Spurs. Yeah. Steph loves the Dodgers, right? So yeah, man. So I say Rangers, right? Just I'd rather have the Rangers in there. But Houston's tough. I know Houston's tough to beat, and for the sake of my boy Chris Leja, let's hope the Houston pulls it out. So at least because he's gonna have some heartburn with the Saints. So at least he got something. You know what I mean?
Hey man, speaking of Houston, bro. Houston Rockets fans, man, gave us so much shit last year with that Primo debacle, right? They came at us, man. They came at us hard, hitting below the belt and all that.
Yep.
And look what happened, man. We said karma's a bitch, and it's gonna come back to y'all. And look at what happened now with y'all's boy, dude, Kevin Porter.
It is, man. That's the sad
that kind of stuff, man.
It is, bro. That is just such a travesty, such a sad situation, man. Like I don't know what these kids are thinking, man. I don't know what these guys are doing. But you're right. And I thought the same thing. I said, you know what? Houston loved jumping all over us when it came to that. Hey, don't throw glass stones. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't funny no more.
Stones when man, it's not, bro. No.
Be careful what you wish for, dude.
Exactly.
This thing between Houston and San Antonio, dude. There's some huge beef right there, dude. And this rivalry is speeding up, man.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, that's another thing I think we need to do. We need to get a Spurs Twitter group and mob it up to Houston, man, on the first Houston San Antonio game. Do a road trip up to Houston, get a bunch of nesters together, man. I went to a game. Me and Steph went to a game in Houston last year. Yeah. It was really fun. There was a big group of Spurs fans there that I didn't know. I just linked up with them as I was at the game, and I met them, and I hung out with them. But I say if we got a group that goes together and mobs it up there, man, let's turn that stadium up, man. Let's put all the puro in there.
Hey, man, I can do a road trip up to Houston, for a game.
Do it.
Hey, man,
I'm down, man. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I think it'll be fun, man. I think we get a good group out there.
I can probably fit about 3 people.
I think we get a good group to roll up there.
Yeah, I can fit 3 people in my caddy, dude. So we can drive up there in style, bro.
There you go.
All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and bring the show to a close, brother.
We're used to getting crammed in a car.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So hey, man, thanks again, for coming on and being a part of the show, bro. And let people know, as you said, I can already see it here, where they can follow you on Twitter, man. It's just at Real Spurnandez.
Yep, at Real Spurnandez, man. Follow me. I appreciate all the love and support. Thanks for having me on here, man. It's fun. It's always fun to do these things, man. Like I tell people, man, I'm not a sports analyst. I'm just a fan, man. That's it. And I just like to talk from the heart. I'm not going to talk X's and O's and all that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely a big fan, man. So I appreciate you having us. I appreciate what you do.
Yeah, man, definitely, dude. We're gonna have to get you, and we're gonna have to get Chris Leja, man, in the studio at some point in October, bro.
Let's do it. Hey, he wants to take shots. He wants to have some drinks going.
I got a fridge full of freaking bourbon and liquor, dude. I still have that bottle of champagne.
I know how you roll. I know how you roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the bottle of champagne Steph gave me, man. The last time you all came up through here. You know?
We'll pop it, man. We'll pop it, man. We love our champagne, man. Which that's Steph and I got some stuff cooking too when it comes to champagne, man. Why just watch out, man. We got some stuff in the works. So we got some stuff in the works, man. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. And like we always say, man, we appreciate everybody that's in this chat and everybody who's going ahead and supporting us. We can't thank you guys enough. We appreciate everything you do. So with that said, we're out, fellas. Peace. Be safe out there, man. We'll see you all tomorrow. And Spurnandez will be in studio tomorrow. So give him some shit.
Oh, Spurnandez. Spurnandez.
Spurnandez will be in here. See him. We'll see you all tomorrow, man. Get ready. Bring the heat. Peace.